Outside the studio, we got Jimmy McMillan.
Yeah, where's Jimmy? Bring on in Jimmy.
Bring in Jimmy.
Rent is too damn high.
Rent is too
damn high. And look at that, nice suit, nice button he's got there with the motto, the running the platform.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. You met the guy. You met the man, baby.
Here he is.
You are the man. You're a big star, sir, and I'm hoping it leads to something for you.
Rent is too damn high.
No, let's say, like I said, say rent is too
damn high.
Now take a deep breath. Say for too damn
high.
Yeah, that's how you do that.
Yeah,
see, you got that in you, man. Damn.
You were the standout of the debate, I got to say, because we saw Cuomo, business as usual. We see Palladino, that guy, I don't know about him. And then we got Kristen Davis, who's, had her issues and stuff. And you came up there with a legitimate platform. You believe the rent's too high for your constituency,
That's right.
and you would like to lower the rent.
They are not taking this serious. They want to play politics as usual, and I'm not. I'm 64 years old, and I'm watching all these children grow up with nothing, and people can't raise their family. People working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week, a third job. I've had enough. I'm here to I got into this race to be a rabbit, and not like I'm making love to it, talking about be a rabbit.
Of course, sir.
To be a rabbit in a marathon, set the pace is what I got in this race to do. You're going to address those issues. If I ever sit on the stage with you, you're going to address the issues that's causing the people to suffer. And that's what I went to do. I hit him so hard with rent is too damn high. Before Andrew Cuomo knew it, he was saying rent is too damn high. And then I heard him say, oh, shit, I'm running for governor, too. I'm running for governor.
Yeah. He agreed. He agreed with
you. It's almost like me having an argument with him and make him get out and, okay, beat yourself up.
He agreed with you also. He was like, I agree, rent is too damn high.
So he don't need to be governor.
And do you notice, by the way, the Post, now they have Jimmy here at 8, rent is too damn low. They're implying that you shouldn't be complaining about your rent. Post endorsed Cuomo.
Yeah, of course.
So they're going to find stories that are not good about you for Cuomo.
Yeah, Jimmy, that's the big story today.
This is a witch hunt.
They're saying that your rent is too damn low. You live in Flatbush in a one-bedroom, $800 a month, and they're saying you should be paying more for that. And we just had a whole discussion about it to start the show today. It sounds like the rent is too damn high for that as well.
Let me tell you what I did. If you look at my website as an independent private investigator,
we have a tough time looking at your website, sir.
There's
too many colors and blinking going on.
What it is,
we're gonna have seizures, sir.
They came after me, and I was shot at going away to the doorway of my home, and I don't want them tampering around my house because I have people to live there. So I gave them information because I don't want them around. So I told them yesterday, this is not accurate. I just don't want you. This is about me and the people.
Oh, okay,
it's not
about
me. It's about the people. So that's not true.
So you throw them a red herring and say, "Now get away from my house."
Because this is not. I'm not the regular politician like the rest of them. Right. I'm here to fight for the people. It's about the people's rent, not Jimmy's rent. So I gave them that. None of that's true.
But you're paying more than $800, sir.
I pay rent. And if you are 5 years old, when you become 18, you're not going to be able to pay rent.
Right.
So it's not about me. It's why I continue to talk about rent. And what I pay is, as an adult, is nothing. It's not going to help these children live in this city. But this is why I look at it and say, oh, God, here they go. The media never let the truth get in front of a good story. But look at me. I'm not your average politician. I am not sitting on, I didn't sit up on that stage to talk about me. I sit up on that stage to talk about mothers who can't afford to feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they even the Post and people who write stuff like this, it still don't get the message. It's not about Jimmy McMillan.
Yeah, you're not talking about you.
Let's talk about the little child that got up this morning and haven't had breakfast, and they're going to school to learn. And we're talking about education for the school, and the children not making good grades when the child hasn't had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Didn't eat dinner before he went to bed. This is what I look at it. I say, oh, George Bush must have sent them to me to get that story. But it's a serious crisis we have. We are under a rent crisis in the state of New York. I need y'all to help me out here 1 minute. Let's say rent is too damn high. Ready?
All right.
Rent is too damn high.
That's
what it's about. Yeah. It's not about Jimmy McMillan rent. It's about the children who graduated from high school following the attack on the World Trade Center. We lost 189,000 jobs. These people are still unemployed. Most of them are evicted. They can't find a place to stay. We got veterans coming home from the war, can't find a place to live. That's what Jimmy McMillan represents.
Jimmy, I got a question for you. We were bringing this up earlier. You know the Renaissance that's been going on in Harlem, right? They've talked about the Renaissance. Now, this, I believe, is directly due to the fact that they have pushed rents up to push out what they call undesirable people to build Harlem up to where it is now. Now, people are saying Harlem is a much safer place. It's a lot more tourism is coming in there. Now, how do you address the fact that that is a good thing for Harlem when it's such a bad thing for the people?
Well, I got on the people of Harlem many times about what I'm going to say. They don't practice what they preach. They talk a big game, but they don't vote. It's about you getting involved in the voting process. It's not about going running to church praying for Jesus to be a social worker or something. It's about you getting up off your ass and getting out there to help your people, help your state, get your community right. I remember when I used to go to Harlem, I wanted to eat collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread. I'm a big man. I'd Salisbury steak. I wanted to have all that. Those places are gone. I used to be a musician on stage. I played in a place on 121st Street of Purple Manor, small as Paradise. I used to go and watch Sammy Davis Jr. do his little tap dance and stuff. Those places are gone. And when that's starting to disappear, I started to say to the people, aren't you paying attention? Something is happening here. All your socialist life is disappearing. All your restaurants is going. And you're still walking around talking about black power. I was very critical about this. Let's talk about sticking together to help make this state a place that you lose everything. Nobody paid attention to me. Oh, they laughed. Oh, Mr. McMillan, oh, he looked funny with that beard. You know, he looked like Hulk Hogan. Oh, we're going to vote for
Black Hulk Hogan.
Oh, we're going to vote for
been on the beach for a while.
we're going to vote for David Diggins. Oh, we gonna vote for we support Bloomberg. Oh, we support what's his name? The guy ran for mayor after the World Trade Center. Giuliani.
Yeah.
And nothing's changed. They're back into the same mess again. Now I appreciate what they're writing about me about the rent I pay, but I just want to say it's none of your goddamn business. It's about the children not having food on the table, a roof over their head, and money in their pocket. It's about jobs.
Well, you're scaring people out there, so they're going to try to knock you down, Jimmy McMillan.
Yes, they are.
They're trying to knock you down.
Do you like that they kind of looked at you like you were a joke ticket, and now you're saying things that really are making them uncomfortable?
Well, my landlord come to me one day and say, you haven't paid the rent. I said, yeah, so what? Oh, okay. You know, you know, and the marshal come to evict me long ago. I've been through my little thing, having struggled as a Vietnam veteran. I've been in the hospital numerous of times. I'm exposed to Agent Orange with deformed children. And I say to the people, the politicians are all about them. I'm different. I'm all about the children. Every child is my child. If you are a parent and you may not you need help. Well, Jimmy McMillan is here. I want to make sure I'm tired of your 36-year-old child walking in the door when you and your wife about to get busy. He should have his own apartment, so I'm working to fight for you. So, rent is too damn high, and that is what we're fighting for, and I will stay on message. It is not about Jimmy McMillan. Our children need a place to stay when they graduate from high school and college. They need to be independent and on their own.
So where is the money coming from so we can lower the rent and still operate these places so they aren't disheveled projects? Where does the money come from?
People say that I'm a one-issue candidate, and that's just my point. I have created an economic state of emergency bill that will allow me. You own a restaurant. You're paying $12,000 a month for rent, and you live in an apartment. You're paying $1,800. I'm going to reduce your rent to $6,000 a month, and also reduce your property taxes. You live in an apartment that was built before 2001. I'm going to reduce your rent to $650 a month, but you have to hire some people to work. And if you hire people to work, I'm going to have at least 3 to 6 million jobs by 2.5 years or less. And when I reduce your rent to $650 a month, you're going to get that money, go out and buy something right away. Problem solved.
Oh, so you're saying it brings some stimulus, as they say, to the community. You got some money being poured into the surrounding area.
Simple. The president don't have to get involved in this. You need people up top that can think and what we need. This is the stimulus for the people.
I understand. Now, how about you say you lower the rent?
Yeah.
Now, how about the guy that was collecting their rent?
Right.
Now, he has less money, and he's not able to maybe hire people, or then there's a teeter-totter reaction with your strategy there. What about the landlords and the people that were collecting the rents? They have less money. Now, they're not able to make as many jobs, and they're not able to spend as much money.
Wait.
Okay.
Landlord collect your rent. I reduced your rent to $650 a month. But your landlord got violations against him. They've been giving him the green light to raise your rent, knowing that it was a violation to do so. The landlord been charging him late fees for paying his rent late. That's a state violation. The landlord has not returned his interest from the security deposit. So the landlord has not complied with the law. He has not been entitled to the rent increases since the moment after the attack on the World Trade Center, because this is where it started. But I have prepared a plan called a net operating loss for the landlord who you paid all this money for $12,000. Net operating loss form for the next 4 years. You'll be able to fill that out and regain your losses under the president. A Guarantee Investment Act and Recovery Act, the money's already there.
Oh, so it's federal federal money that will pour into the state to compensate for the landlord.
That is it.
And then, okay.
It's already there.
I got you.
The problem is the people in Albany right now, they are real estate brokers and real estate moguls. Elected officials, they're not going to cut off the hands that feed them. And my job is to come and tell the Good Old Boys Network, the party's over. The party's over. They don't want to cut your rent, because if they cut the rent, they're taking money out their pocket. But I'm here to say enough. And that's what, it's a simple process. They make it look hard, but didn't it sound simple? That's how simple and easy it is to run this government. Take all the politics out of this and make it easy for the people to live here. And it's a stimulus for the people. We've had mortgage fraud, real estate fraud. As a private investigator, there are real estate Ponzi's going on right now, where they're selling illegal homes, and homes are going on to foreclosure with illegal papers. And they're still selling these homes. I pointed this out in 1993. In 1994, I walked from Brooklyn to Buffalo, New York, complaining about the same thing, and no one listened.
No car?
They all laugh.
That's what I'd be complaining.
They all laugh.
It's hard to listen when you're zooming by at 70 miles an hour.
They all laugh. When I walked, I slept outside, and I was in the Adirondacks. And somebody said, "Oh, Mr. McMillan, they got black bears up here." I said, "It sound like family to me." They said, but I said, "Are they vegetarian?" I mean, they said, "Oh, they don't eat meat." I said, "Well, you better tell them I'm coming, but I like meat." I had my swords with me, my knife with me.
You ready to battle some bears?
Vietnam, I slept in the jungle. I was ready to kick some ass. I let them cross. I put some urine in a bottle and I sprinkled my zone. You cross my line, your ass is mine. I crossed yours, and I knew I had to answer.
You should have done that at the debate.
All of that. But I ran against the father, Andrew Cuomo, and Mario Cuomo in 1994. Now I'm running against the son, and I don't like, as being a karate expert, we don't talk about people. We let the people see what need to be done, and to simplify this government and make it simple for the people to raise their children and raise their family and go on vacation. That is what living in America and living in this country is all about. Living on this planet. Take all that other crap.
I think simplifying politics in general is a very good idea, because it's become so convoluted and confusing to the layman that no one knows what your representatives are doing for you anymore. They're not doing your best interest, which they are supposed to be representing you. Like, I see some laws that get put in place, and you go, what citizen would have wanted that? How does a representative put that in place when the citizens would never ask for that?
Because he has a stake in it.
Exactly.
You think these storages are popping up all over the state for no reason? Because the elected officials has invested stock. Their names are hidden under the corporation. They have made an investment in storage stock. And they're getting filthy rich. Every time I go to watch somebody put their stuff in the storage, I want to really cry, man. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I came home, and my brother's families have no place to stay. When the veterans come home from the war, they have no place to stay. They stay to sleep in the street. I want to let everybody know something right now. Jimmy McMillan is turning this country, hopefully, into the rent revolution, where we all need a place to stay. The information that you read about me and the rent I pay is bullshit. I told them that because I'm not a politician. They can what. I'm all about the children. The children who graduating from school, leaving the place, and need jobs, jobs.
Say it,
That's
Jimmy.
what we all about. Economic and job. It's not about me. So don't come to me and ask me a story about my personal life. I used to be a stripper in a nightclub. I got it on my Facebook page. Because I know they will come to me. If you're an adult and you need stimulation or somebody you can't get it up, call me to come and out dance to you and your wife. But when it comes to the children who need breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and this is my niece, and she knows that I used to be a stripper.
Okay.
You know, the family didn't know. I hid it away from the family. And my mother said, "Son, why you tell me? I would have loved to come on one of your shows."
Oh, damn.
My mother's a comedian. She'll tell you her grandmother is funny as hell. But the question is that these folks give me love. They accept me for me being me. And the question is that, and when I realized that we all, if you see a child, if you're in a store and you see a child trying to buy something, which I do in my neighborhood in Flatbush, they don't have the money, so I walk behind them because the mother told them, "Don't take money from a stranger." I ball up $1 and I drop it on the floor. And I said, "Excuse me, you dropped that?" So this is what you have to do.
You want us all doing that? We got to start dropping money around?
No, just ball it up and drop it on the floor behind him and say, "Did you drop that?" But it's not about you.
Yeah.
You may have a heart attack and drop dead, and that little child may see you fall and may come to your aid.
Is that tax deductible, though, that $1 now?
Where?
That crumbled up $1? Can I deduct that from my taxes?
My taxes.
But you got to do that. It'll make you feel good inside. You see someone getting out of a cab, go grab the door. And when